explained. And we have already challenged them to bring us a copy of the Auditor General's report that caused them to constitute something amorphous called group. Because otherwise, maybe related to that, is maybe to give us a chronology of all payments that come into this thing called group. Otherwise, we will waste a lot of time.
Yeah, I agree, Honorable Chair. But as that explained, group.
Yes.
Batwala.
Yes, Batua.
Dr.
Yes.
Batua?
Chair, mine is just...
No. I want us to conclude it.
I know very well that because of government insistence on export of perishables, this fund came in and had nowhere to be put, and it was created a separate entity.
When did you start calling it group?
I think it was when the Auditor General had advised in 2015, I think, 2015.
Okay, I think let's do it. Make it simple.
Be a group.
Look at the Auditor General's reports of that period.
One more clarification.
And give us that particular
I
one.
will do that.
With the funder. But do you have documentation at the level either of the board or minutes to guide this? Because when you talk about a group, and the accountant talked about a subsidiary, I don't think the agency has powers to create subsidiaries and groups. You may enter into an arrangement where you have accounts determined differently, but not creating a group in an agency, meaning in terms of audit, it's supposed to be audited separately. So we want to see that.
Okay.
Legal messages. Yes.
Sorry, I'm sorry that this group and authority thing are becoming a little bit, because really we are not calling it a group. But in 2015, Auditor General decided that it should be a group because he was looking at a subsidiary, and I wish it was not made a group, because I don't see how really it comes to the core business of the
One, the connotation that is created by the nomenclature is that if you are talking about a group, you're talking about a group of companies or a group of entities under one roof. It's a nomenclature created connotation. Unfortunately, you can't fault the members, especially if they do not have that kind of background. And that's what Honorable Swambi is asking. Do you have like approvals, or somebody woke up, went to church and baptized it group? You know the microphone will not record the shaking.
Sorry. Sorry, we are going to look at the documentation of 2015, and really,
Can we tap into institutional memory? Where were you?
Honorable Chair, it is also an industry practice, because that you pick ground handlers from the pool of handlers that are existing. This ground handling, by the way, never starts and ends in Entebbe. It is a whole process. It is almost like fuel, like airlines. They are also...
So for me, I cannot start a ground handling company.
You can. If you have the capacity, you can. Yes.
That's the point I am making, because when you say
you
that
can.
Industry practice, you deal with people who have been there.
You can, and generate the capacity to handle an airport of our size, and you move on. That's why it is actually not even conventional to say that you can even charge the same rent or the same charges. It is all about the industry and the volume of business and all that, and the capacity. So we are going to show you how we pick these handlers over time in a competitive way, and then we'll give you the documentation.
I think that's better. Let them tell us how they got there, give documentation, and we close that. Any other question? With you is adjourned. Honorable members, we have one entity waiting. We are going to take a decision because they've been waiting for long. Remain behind. Mr. Bamwesije, unless you need escort services of CID, you are at liberty to go, and not to go but to go away. Thank you. May God bless you as you travel.